I'm making this video because I want to bring awareness to something that's been happening throughout our local communities. It's something that's been evolving over the last several years, but now it's becoming too big to ignore. The signs are all there. This sign, this one, this one, this one, and of course, even this one. I can see this one from my bedroom window. They have even infiltrated our education system, as evidenced here. I found this on a trailhead at Keystone College. Look closely. This caused me to take my investigation undercover, and what I found was shocking. The headquarters is actually on the campus. So, what's going on? It's time to shed some light on the Countryside Conservancy. So right now, I'm hiking probably one of my favorite trails in the preserve. It's the Meadow Sweet. The reason it's one of my favorites is because I can connect this trail all the way to the state park, which means if I want to make a 20-mile hike out of this, I can. Or I don't have to. I can just do a couple miles and go back. But here's the thing about that. It's not just an out and back. Well, I guess it kind of is, but they designed the trail into like a triple figure eight, which means you're taking a different way back. In fact, the Conservancy helped design most of the trail system inside of the park. And as you can also see, some of their preserves are butted right up against the state park, almost as if they're an extension of the park itself. And that's because they are. Alright, so maybe hiking isn't your thing. Even though the trails in the preserve are pretty easy, you still may not like having the uneven surface and undulating hills. They got you covered for that too. Check this out. This more your speed? This is the trolley trail. And whether you're looking for a leisurely walk, a heart-pumping run, or an exhilarating bike ride, with its smooth gravel grading, this trail is for everybody. This is just another amazing project by the Conservancy that one day hopes to connect Clark Summit all the way to Lake Winola. So what I like to do is park at Ackerley Field, or Abington Little League Fields I guess it's called now, because that gives me options. I can jump on the trolley trail here and go east toward Clark Summit, or I can start off going west toward Dalton. This section brings you down to that cool boardwalk that you see off of Turnpike Road. One thing to note, if you are on a bike, just please remember to dismount before crossing this section, as it is narrow and it could be dangerous if you meet somebody coming the other way. There's also another 1.7 mile section of the trolley trail that runs behind the campus of Keystone College. Okay, so how many of us have that bike in our garage or in our shed, and we keep saying, one of these days I'm going to get back into it? What are you waiting for? It doesn't get any better than this. And it's all in your own backyard. You could go after work, before work, on the weekends, and when you're ready to take it to the next level, visit some of the other trails. They've developed some pretty hardcore mountain biking trails and hiking trails. There's been a lot of thought that went into the planning of these trails, and I really appreciate that. So if you watch this channel at all, you're probably used to seeing Logan and I trying to summit some mountain on some crazy trail. 90% of the training for those hikes is done right here, on these nice smooth gravel trails. Okay, so you have all these activities at your fingertips. Hiking, biking, walking, running, even horseback riding. But now maybe you're wondering, what about the behind the scenes? What sort of tactics are they using to facilitate all these amazing opportunities? Well, my friend, I'm no expert, so I invite you to visit the Conservancy's website, and you can rip back that curtain for yourself. Not only will you find a list of the trails and preserves that I haven't touched on, including maps, but you'll also find a ton of information about easements and land trusts. You'll also see how they've created a protected green space within the Tunkhannock watershed. And you'll also see how they've essentially created a green buffer zone around the state park, ensuring that you're never going to have to stare at a warehouse while you're out there trying to be in nature. And that's because all the land inside the Conservancy is protected permanently. That that means forever.
Forever.
And don't forget, getting out into nature, even just for a simple walk, is not only good for your physical health, but for your mental health too. So head on over to the website. Start discovering all the different trails and preserves you have available to you. Check out the calendar of events, or sign up for the newsletter. Or maybe you're somebody that likes to get involved. Well, guess what? They have a tab for that. Maybe you'd like to volunteer. All you have to do is fill out a simple form and then check off what type of volunteer work you're interested in. But one of the easiest things you can do is simply make a donation. The majority of the funding to purchase these lands and finance these projects is through donations. And if you'd like your donation to be in honor or in memory of somebody, you can do that too. So get out there and start enjoying, because you know what's right around the corner. After the holidays, cabin fever. Maybe go out and try some winter adventures. It's really not as bad as you think. It can actually be quite nice. And if you're still unsure of anything, check out the kiosks that are at the trailhead. It'll probably answer any questions you still have. Logan stops at every one and reads everything. And I do mean everything.
Where would we even get a horse?
So if you want, you can ask him and he'll gladly read them to you.
Because that means you have Lyme disease. There's no public restrooms, so if we have to pee, we'll have to pee in a bush.
Okay, so maybe you're not into any of these activities. And the only reason you even clicked on this video is because you love watching me. Or Logan. Probably Logan. And you kind of might be thinking, well, why would I care about any of this? And to that, I'll say this. Today, we're developing land at an astonishing rate. So isn't it a comforting thought to know that inside our communities, we're going to have land that's protected from that development? Land for our grandchildren, our grandchildren's grandchildren, that they'll be able to go out and enjoy these activities should they choose to. The point is, it will always be there. I don't know. Sounds like a pretty great thing to me. As always, I want to thank you for watching. On behalf of Logan and I, we wish you the happiest of holidays, and we will see you on the next trail. Peace out, tribe.
Merry Christmas, everybody.